Barley, so let's say there's a guy at work that you kind of like. Now, you can either go up straight up to him and tell him that you like him and ask him out on a date, and potentially risk making things very awkward in case he does not feel the same. And it's going to be extra awkward because you guys have to see each other every day. So instead, do this. Next time you're having a conversation, just ask him, what is he doing this weekend? Now, he might tell you that he's going, I don't know, shopping. Maybe shopping for a new car, maybe a new scarf, maybe even a new frying pan. Offer your help. Offer to go with him to choose that thing. Now, it's preferable that whatever that thing is not romantic in nature. This is not a date. This is not you going for coffee or dinner or any of those things. You're just going in as coworkers and friends. And very quickly, you'll find out whether or not you guys are enjoying this energy and want to continue investing in activities outside of work or not. Now, in case they're not interested in doing that, at least you can go back to just being friends and coworkers without making things awkward.
So I recently got friend zoned by a guy at my work. And I really thought at some point, or there were some signs that he was kind of into me. I know what you're thinking, workplace crushes are a terrible idea. And maybe I'm just looking for some sort of ego boost to know if he actually liked me. Because even I know it would not be a good scenario for us to date anyways. We come from two different worlds. I don't know, certain things. He likes certain things. I don't think we'd be compatible, but we have great chemistry. You know how that goes. Just some little actions he would do, which he would come into where I would work, my area, grab water a lot. He did this very recent, a few months after I started working there. So just thought it was so random of him to do that. We have hung out before, once in a group. Other times have been one-on-one, only one-on-one, but that's been sporadic throughout, since September, basically. And we got our nose pierced together. He acted nervous around me. He would like to FaceTime me, call me, text me, periodically, throughout the week, I would say. Always would see me every single day at work, say hi to each other every single day, little chit chat. I don't think there's one day where we don't say hi to each other. There's that. And he just would act protective of me. If I tell him about a situation about some other guy, but mind you, he was the one asking me questions about my own dating situation. So I'm like, okay. I would never offer up anything. He would ask me about it. And he would also ask me for scenarios with girls, and he just barely did this just recently. I can't remember why, but it just started to feel very random that he started bringing up other situations with girls. Mind you, there wouldn't be any active girls he would be talking to, but it was more just an interest in a girl. But yeah, he'd always talk to me all the time. And I just kind of thought he was just tiptoeing over the situation with us because we worked together. Just recently, he's calling me, acts like he cares, or he's flirty with me a little sometimes too. And, I just was like, hey, are you actually trying to be a friend? Or, I'm just trying to because I let him know I'm normally not friends with guys. I don't know how to be friends with guys. Never had a guy friend really. Maybe back in elementary school, but not recently as an adult. I don't have at least attractive guy friends, and that's something I've been trying to navigate with this situation with this person. And even though I know we're not compatible, I'm still attracted to him, unfortunately. And so he was like, yeah, Ashley, I get nothing out of this whole, in a nice way. He was just I get nothing out of pretending to be your friend. I feel like you're really chill. You're really cool. And yeah, he would say weird things too. Oh, Ashley, I feel like we can really help each other out. If we go out, and I don't know, you can help me find someone. I'm like, okay. But then he was like, hey, yeah, there's guys at work interested in you. And I was like, oh, really? Who? So he named a guy, and the guy was very not very attractive, conventionally not attractive. And I was like, okay, who else is interested? And he wouldn't even tell me who these other guys are. So I thought that was strange. You're going to give me someone that obviously isn't super attractive. You're going to give me somebody that's at least he couldn't even name other people. So I thought that was really strange. I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking way too much into it. He basically told me, he's like, yeah, I see you as a friend. And what's weird is that a few days prior to me asking that question, I'm in somebody else's office to do some work for them. And he comes in and, he acts nervous. And once he leaves, the associate of mine, she's like, I think you make him nervous. And then I'm like, really? Does he not normally act like that? And she's like, no. So I'm like, okay, interesting. So anyways, I finally get him to really say what's going on. He's like, yeah, I see you as a friend and blah, blah, you're chill. And I was like, wow, so you really don't see me that way? And he's like, no, I just don't. And I'm like, okay. Cool. So, my feelings are really hurt right now. And now things are a little awkward at the office, and I have to see him here and there. I avoid him at all costs now. But the thing is, I forgot to mention, is that before the phone call ended, he's like, I feel like you don't want to be my friend anymore. And it's like, no, I just need to process this. And mind you, I never told him I liked him. I basically was just more butthurt that he didn't see me that way. And I told him that. However, that's not the entire truth. I actually do have like a mini crush. I have a crush on him. Fuck it, I do. And it's kind of annoying and it sucks. And it's just hard to see him at work and we're not anything. We're just kind of strangers again. And I think he does want to be my friend still. It's just really hard for me to be his friend because he does talk about situations and scenarios, possible scenarios with other girls, and it just really annoys me. I thought he was doing this to make me jealous at first, but I honestly have to believe if a guy tells me they're not interested, they're not interested. However, his body language and his actions show differently, and maybe he is not trying to get involved with a coworker, but at the same time, I thought if a guy really liked you, they would just tell you. So I don't know. This is a situation I've never dealt with before, but I am pretty bummed out and actually pretty sad that I wouldn't have him as a friend. It's not like I don't want to be his friend. It's just really hard to be his friend, and I can't be his friend. And I really realize that guys and girls cannot be friends. You have to not be attracted to them. Yeah. And I really didn't think I was attracted to him at first. I think my attraction really did grow after just kind of getting to know his personality. But at the same time, I know that chemistry and personality is not going to be the end-all be-all for a successful relationship. But I just still feel really bummed out and sad that it has to kind of be this way. And I think he still wants to be my friend maybe, but I just can't be his. And I see him in the office all the time, and now things are a little awkward, and I don't know, it just makes me sad, like losing a friend kind of. And obviously I care for him. I think he cares for me too. However, I was starting to feel a little used because all he would do is talk to me about dating and ask me scenarios with me and then scenarios with potentially other girls. And I'm just like, oh my God, I cannot handle this. All he does is ask or talk about girls and wants my opinion. I just started to feel is this a genuine friendship? Is it not? I don't know if I even explained everything, but I'm just really, really bummed out about the situation and I wish things were different. I don't know why I even got myself involved. I don't know why I romanticized this person so much in my head. It should not have been the case. I did this to myself, to be honest, but I also really didn't know any better. I really thought I could handle a whole workplace situation. But again, it was my own fault for romanticizing a situation that shouldn't have been romanticized. Just dumb. Like I said, I'm just bummed out that things are kind of weird now with us, so I don't know if they'll ever get back to normal. I think I just had to reset my mind. And maybe we could be friends in the future, but I don't know. It just sucks. Anyways.
If you're wondering whether that one person at work has a secret crush on you or not, I am here to tell you that they do. If they check off even one of any of the things that I'm going to talk about, trust me, they really do like you, but they're just scared to tell you. Number one, you two are always cracking jokes with each other. You guys are damn near best friends, or you two don't talk at all, but you always notice that there is eye contact. When you are looking at them, they are always looking at you as well. And they kind of just look away because they know that they've been caught staring at you. Whenever they walk past you, they will always bump into you. They will also always make sure to have their lunch or morning break with you. They will literally stay after work if it needs to be, but they will make time to come say hi and talk to you about the randomest things in the world. And if all of that is not enough evidence that they like you, I want you to stop for a second and ask all of your other coworkers who they think is the tightest at work. They will most likely tell you that you and this other person are considered to be one of the closest coworkers there. If you need to wonder why, don't. It's because they like you. That's it.
How do you besties deal with work crushes? Because I'm ready to do a full-on Bridgerton confession to this man. He sat in a different way today, so a bit of his ankle was exposed. I almost collapsed. I had to take a minute to recover. And I told you besties on Instagram, but for you guys, I'll repeat. My work friend said, how can you like him? He just seems so stush, which is London slang for snobbish, basically. And I was like, yeah, he does, doesn't he? Yeah, I really like him. But there's no team building in my company, which annoys me. I really thought there would be. We don't have any kind of pub quiz or after work drinks. We barely go out as my desk, let alone into desk. So we're never going to have some time to talk. There's never going to be a reason. He's too senior to deal with my requests. He's emailed me a couple of times though. I really like him. He's just so smart, so studious, so serious, and he's old. He's like 30 something.
So on the Simply Corporate podcast, I like to share with you some serious corporate game. And today, specifically for the ladies, I want to share with you a different kind of game. So here are 3 signs to look out for if a guy potentially has a crush on you at work. Now, full disclaimer, this is not a science, so let's get to it. The first sign is when he consistently does the desk check-in. This is when he is consistently stopping by your desk either in the mornings or in the afternoons to try and catch up with you, to make small talk with you, and it's not necessarily work-related. He wants you to know of his presence in the workplace, and he wants you to be reminded of him. The second sign is when he is prioritizing making sure that he has the time for a lunch or coffee connect with you, and he might even suggest a location outside of your workplace cafeteria to meet. Because we all have busy schedules, but he makes sure that there is time to connect with you. And the third sign is when he goes on vacation and he brings his team back a souvenir, he also brings you back something special because he wants you to know that he was thinking about you while he was on his vacation. Now let me know if any of these signs resonated with you or if you have any other signs to add.